ABBYY views this in two ways. We have the process intelligence side of our business, which understands and discovers, as George says, the end-to-end. Where are the bottlenecks? How much are those bottlenecks costing you? Where do they occur? Why do they occur? And that way you can visually understand exactly how your things flow through your supply chain and what your processes are, and then take proactive steps to resolve those, and then ongoing monitoring and prediction of the future via these powerful process mining tools. But then more importantly, transportation logistics runs on documents and that content within documents. So now we can visually see what is my straight-through processing, what is the performance of these document types by data source, by language, by location, by document type. So that way we can now improve the overall effectiveness of our operations to deliver on this near real-time and near end-to-end solution that George indicated. So the way ABBYY takes a view of this is really we created a new approach to process intelligence, way for you to discover and understand with these process mining tools the end-to-end. It's really important to see that, and it's amazing how insightful it is for customers when they just start down that path, because they always have assumptions of what's in the presentation or what's in the design document that talked about the workflow, and then when they see the reality of what's really happening, it's a very different impression, and it's very eye-opening for many of our customers. But then the other ability now to have drag and drop, be able to process content and documents in real time to improve the overall effectiveness of that process is really keen. And then what George closed with was these platforms. You may use a variety of different platforms, from BPM, from RPA, from other ERP type tools and other very specific industry tools, but you have to integrate with all of them. And that's really an important aspect, that all of those things require documents and content, and all of those processes and systems have to be able to react in real time to your demands. And so from an ABBYY perspective of being the leaders in OCR, which as George indicated is a very mature technology, you can call it old, but what's old is new again, in the fact that there's data that you need to be able to have lifted off of content documents, whether they're on a container, whether they're on a piece of paper, or whether it's contained within an email or a PDF file. That data and that document has some meaningful impact to your business. So the ability now to have a platform that can understand this information and feed it to your various business systems, whether it is through an RPA bot or through a BPM workflow or through some other custom engine, is really, really important. So what ABBYY's done is we realize that there's things that have been around for years that have been in what we would call traditional capture. We believe that we have a new approach to solving this problem, which is through the containerization of microservices that enable you and your systems and your applications to invoke the ability to read a document, extract all the meaningful data, and deliver it to your business system in real time. We think that's a differentiator for you and for your processes and for your businesses, because it eliminates the problem that George raised, was eliminates latency. But more important, it accelerates that straight-through processing that is so core to your business, and the ability to be responsive to customers, but not only that, but bill your customers and get revenue and move things through the approach. So our approach has been really with this low-code, no-code platform built around microservices and containers that enable anyone in your center of excellence, your innovation teams or intelligent automation teams, to basically process any document that's related to your supply chain and feed that into whatever business system or application is required. And there's no setup of the document, no templates to create, no business rules to associate, because we're going to deliver that all to you as part of the application. So what we've done at ABBYY is we've processed billions and billions of pages every year for transportation, logistics, and supply chain companies globally. It is the highest volume use case that we deal with our customers. So we understand this problem immensely. And what we've done is we've pre-trained our systems to understand how to process the most important documents that affect the transportation and logistics industry, that impact the supply chain. So we say we have a skill for that, which means that any time that you need to process this content, we have pre-trained document types that already work out of the box, that are ready to work with you. You don't need trained experts to understand how to tune OCR, how to tweak languages, how to set different settings for file sizes and resolution. That's all pre-configured for you. So it's just a matter of using your automation team or your center of excellence to identify the skill you need, drop it into your workflow, and begin processing. So within this marketplace of ABBYY, we have all these skills, and so it's really, you can start now. Any document type that we pre-configured can be utilized. Commercial invoices, bills of lading, logs related to drivers, maintenance logs, anything you have that's part of the workflow can be downloaded and utilized through this marketplace. And there's actually more as well. So we have the focus on transportation and logistics, which is really important to us and to you, obviously. But there may be other document types that you need to process as well. Invoices come up all the time. Other employment type documents, validation of drivers, proof of identity of your drivers, proof of identity of those that may be receiving very specialized shipments or restricted shipments. Understanding that information is really critical, and the ability for you to ingest that content into your system without having to reconfigure, redesign, redevelop your application is really, really important and powerful. So most importantly, we want to say it plugs into your environment. We have a number of connectors, direct integrations to most of the leading platforms. It's wide open. We partners with many of these. We're partners with all these vendors, but also the ability now for you to leverage this is really, really important because various processes use various different technologies. You don't have one application platform for the end-to-end. So the ability to invoke and ingest this content via different sources and via different tools is absolutely critical. And so I just want to say the benefits. It's easy to train. It's out of the box. It understands your documents from the beginning. So you're working on optimizing your process, not optimizing the system to understand the data within your documents, because the data you process is no different than every other vendor that we deal with. So the ability now to share that knowledge, bring it to you, you can now leverage it as trained skills, is really compelling because now your value add is optimizing your workflow and your application to leverage this new data that we're delivering to you in real time. And it's really flexible in deployment, right? Microservices, containerization, Kubernetes, all those wonderful things that it will run within your environment and scale in your environment. Like I said before, the highest volume customers we deal with are processing millions of pages a day for many customers are in the transportation and logistics area. And this would be customs declarations, bills of lading, anything related to proof of delivery, all kinds of contents being processed in very, very high volumes. So the ability to scale and react to that scale is really, really critical in this industry. So a couple examples here. Renus is a global account of ours, 80 processing sites, all different types of document types, different levels of quality, obviously varying languages, but on a single platform, able to process everything end to end with 95% accuracy going straight through the system. Very, really important, really, really effective for them. Another strong customer of ours is DHL. It's really about helping them automate cognitive tasks. Anytime they bring humans to the problem, they have to look at information, to enter information, validate information. That's time and cost to them. So ABBYY's technology enables them to accelerate these processes, eliminate those human touch points, which delivers not only a phenomenal ROI, it accelerates revenue, it accelerates customer satisfaction, improves customer engagement, and everything like George indicated, like, where's my pizza? Well, now you have better results and understanding of where information is because the data was processed in real time. And then finally, the overall business benefits. We see customers benefit from automation tremendously with this type of technology.